Bonnie Garmus's Lessons in Chemistry. That's the book I'm reviewing today. First, a disclaimer, folks. If you've already read the book and absolutely loved it, just skip my video. You don't want to be, listening to what I have to say. If it is still on your nightstand and you're going to be reading it for your book club or something and don't want to be biased by my opinion, just skip the video. But if you're still here, here's what my take was about the book. I give it a very luke half thumb up. It's not even a confident thumbs up because I just didn't care for the book, really. I liked it enough to finish it, but here's why. First of all, it is a contemporary narrative about misogyny, women's empowerment at work or in sports, and it is now set in the 50s and 60s. So that inconsistently just rang hollow. It didn't feel right. The way we discuss those subjects today were not how those subjects were discussed back in the 50s. There were even some, factual inconsistencies, right? They talk about DNA paternity tests back then. The characters are based back then. So there were no DNA paternity tests, but I guess it didn't matter. Even the characters seem too stereotypical and total caricatures, if I will, The main character was just fabulous and good at everything. She's a good rower. She's good at rowing. She's good at chemistry, of course. She's a good mom. She's good at hosting, shows. And I mean, it seemed like she couldn't do anything wrong. She was good looking and good in bed. And the men were portrayed as just blacker than black. So if an alien would come in and read this book, they'd be like, oh, this species, avoid. There's no redeeming quality about them. You don't want to mess with them. Which is, clearly not true. All the bosses were so stereotypically misogynist and, it's just... they didn't appeal. The characters had no depth, nuances, emotional empathy, nothing. It just felt wrong. The peripheral characters are all so forgettable. Like, I don't even remember any other characters besides, a neighbor. And overall, the book felt like it was catering to this genre of book club discussions. It was written, the publishers and the author and the whole marketing machine was sort of checking off these boxes of time-tested elements that would make it a popular book club book. So it felt like, a whole theme and, echo sort of within that ecosystem where you bring it up in ratings, bring it up in reviews on these popular sites, and that's what makes it a bestseller and keeps it up there for a while. So sorry, folks, never mind what Goodreads reviews say or what Amazon reviews say. Mine is not that great. I'm very curious to hear why, in spite of everything I just said, some of you really loved the book. My friends, please, put something in the comments here that makes me feel like, what were the redeeming qualities about the book? What did you love about it? And for those who haven't bought it yet and intend to read it, just buy it from a local indie store, and that'll be a great service to our local small businesses. Read it if you must, but I give it a very luke thumb up.